Hello, this is week 5. We're going to be talking about network cabling. You guys have done really well, so now we're kind of ahead of ourselves, which is great. Okay, basically you're going to read chapter 5, network cabling. You're going to go through, I have set a lecture in here for you. The lecture is quite large. I wrote a lot and also kind of emphasized certain features with some images and like simplex, duplex, and halfplex. One of the things I emphasized on this one is the or the and, because simplex is like a microphone. You can transmit one direction or the other direction, but only one. The or is one or the other, like walkie-talkies. And the last one is the and that means you can speak both directions, much like you can on a telephone. So which one would this be? Garage door opener? I would think that would be a simplex because it's just one signal going to one other side. But take a look, read the lecture. Then the next part is the network cabling. I can do this in the modules if you'd like. That's reading it. There we go. We're in module 5. Here we go. This is where our quiz is. So for the week, when you're done studying all this stuff, you'll take the network cabling quiz based on this chapter. And the DB, the discussion board, is back. So it's loaded up and ready to go. So remember to do your early Monday through Thursday and Friday to Sunday and keep those going. I did put this in as a discussion point because, and I'm probably going to, I put something in the discussion board about this, so I want you to kind of get a feel for what this is. But effectively, this is analog versus digital. And if you look at this, it's current, electrical current, pressure, and voltage. It's the same for both. Analog and digital, I'm not going to go heavy crazy into this, but this is how computers sense data. And digital is typically zeros and ones. Analog varies continuously. If you've done anything sound or audiosity or anything like that, you know that there's waves when you have an analog signal. Also, another thing to think of is digital uses repeaters and analog uses amplifiers. And you'll see that later as to why that matters. But because the signal, these are pretty easy, copper, light pulses, and electromagnetic waves can still be signaled as zeros and ones, but on the amplitude side, the analog side, we have amplitude, which is the strength of it, and you'll see this, but I just put it into a condensed, hopefully this works for you, but amplitude is the strength of the signal, frequency is the cycles per second, and that is actually inversely related to wavelength on peak distance. So there's larger distance between the peaks of things versus frequency. So if it's going woo, 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 that's high frequency, but it's going to have a very short peak distance. And then the last one is the wave process. So that's where you have some waves go, and then some other waves go, and they're all kind of going at once, but at different phases. Okay, then the next thing in here for this week is looking at the copper cables. I put several videos in on this stuff. This one is about copper cabling connections. The next one is if that's an issue, fiber optic, I'll reload it. Okay, I'll just do that because I don't want to deal with that. And then this one is about how to make patch cables. So read this one pretty carefully because I usually do this as a task in class. And I show either one of these two videos. I should just do my own because I know what I want it to do. Each one has some imperfections, but they're pretty overall okay. This one's got a goofy guy, says silly things, but then this guy's talks about both Cat5e and 6. So those are two videos that should prove helpful for you because you're going to be talking about patch cabling. Then your NetLab for this week is going to be NetLab 12, which is ICP/IP protocols, the core protocols, and you've done one last week that was related to protocols also. So that should be, if I'm looking at your modules, we go to 5. Let me just close these up. These are just boop. And close this one. That should be it. Yes. Then the NetLab is right here. Well, I hope you have a good week. I think there's plenty to do, but networking's pretty cool, and making cables is really fun because you discover it's not as hard as you think, and making cables is pretty efficient. If you need a certain amount, you can do them yourself. I hope you have a great week. Good luck.